Too many black men are waiting for help, waiting for the system, waiting for someone to save them. It's time to change that. Black men, stop waiting for help and start winning. Available now on Amazon for $19.99 or free with Kindle Unlimited. Stop waiting. Start winning.
This episode is sponsored by Legacy Ink Publishing, where real creators leave real marks. Let's begin.
I gave you my all, and I hope you see this world before I fall.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Conversation with OGs. I'm Meatball.
I'm Barb. I'm Angela.
And today we're going to be talking about, do the man have to be the provider? What do you think about that, Barb?
I say yes. Especially men who require titles, men who want to be in control and always have something to say. And I think men start off by being providers. You know, when they first meet a woman, that's the first thing they do to just catch a woman's attention. It's not conversation really too much. You might say hi, something like that. But after that, when you think about dating and going into a relationship, it's always money. You start off with money. And so my thing is that you the one start off being a provider or showing her that you can provide. Oh, I take good care of you. I do this and I do that. And then she a gold digger if that's all she wants you there for. So I think they should be providers.
Well, we were talking about, do a man have to be a provider?
Yeah, he should.
He don't have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? You're not his child. So why he have to take care of you? Now, if he pulled up to your house or wherever you at the bus stop and he's in a nice car, what that got to do with him stunting on you and you saying because he got a nice car and he's dressed nice, he got nice jewelry on, what do that have to do with you?
Well, if he pulling up on me and I'm at the bus stop, he sees my situation. So clearly I don't really have much going on or nothing like that. So I would think he's stopping at the bus stop to see what type of person that I am and to get to know me and then eventually take care of me.
Well, the whole purpose of whooping up on a woman at the bus stop, Barb, is not to take care of it.
Well, most of them do though.
Well, no, most of them don't. Because most of them, when I was coming up, them was the bus stoves.
Not really.
So we picked those up, and we can tell by their gym shoes. We can tell about you got K-Swift's on. We already knew what you was.
But see that name? You see how you just said that bus stove? I rode the bus for many years, and I wasn't a bus stove. I had people pull up on me
but
too. But I said I had the right to also tell a person I wasn't interested in them. You know, guys will pull up on me in nice cars and be like, "You want a ride?" I'll be, "I'm good." Yes, he probably just wasn't my type.
You just said if you at the bus stop, the guy whip up, he's going to change your life. So you didn't want your life changed off that bus?
But I'm not a bus though. So you shouldn't consider women to catch the bus or cabs as bus stows.
Not all, but you know. But for me,
anyway, but that wasn't a question of who's a bus stow or not. The question is, should you provide? Should men be providers?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
they should. I look at it like this, Barb. If I meet you and you broke and I'm home, I think we should play. You should play your role. Not
the problem is men don't play their role, and then you get upset with the women.
The man.
Now we are, because you are the ones who's
talking about should he provide?
Should he provide? Okay, you're saying
if you are less than, I think you should act like.
Well, why provide for anybody?
When I come back, you keep your mouth closed. Speak when spoken to. You don't run.
So you gonna pick and choose who you provide for, but you are gonna provide. Angela, what you think?
As it relates to a provider, I think there are certain expectations when you're married, but when you're just in a relationship, I don't think a man is necessarily responsible to provide for that person.
But men do it.
No, they will do it. It's just like you stated, they put themselves out there, but what you promoting, you're gonna have to be able to keep up. So it's everybody comes into play, whether it's the woman, she sees this man with potential, this man sees an opportunity, and I think it should be a discussion had, and it's really an individual choice. But I totally disagree with women saying, hey, me and this man are together. It is expected that he provides for me. You're not his family. You're his girlfriend. You are not married.
I think he should provide for me. I think anytime that I get up and do anything for him.
Like what?
Anything. I don't care if I'm cooking. I don't care if I'm giving him a head, if I'm fucking, ratting, whatever. I think
so
I should
get a price tag?
I
But when you say provide, my definition is just solely taking care of everything. Now, there are some things he may do. So when you say provide, are you saying, hey, I shouldn't want for anything?
I shouldn't. Whether he's my husband, he may be my man for those 8 years. For those 8 years, I feel like I am entitled for something. In those 8 years, I should get something.
You should be entitled to be quiet.
But I'm not.
Entitled.
But I won't be.
Well, and see, this is the problem. If I'm sitting up, because pretty much I'm your daddy. So if I'm your daddy and I tell you to be quiet, be quiet. If I tell you, hold on, wait a minute. If I'm your daddy and I tell you go lay down, go lay down. Well, you acting like I'm your daddy. I'm taking care of you.
You're supposed to.
Okay, and this is the problem why I sit up here and say, when these guys whip up in them nice cars, listen, man, treat these women out here like they rent cars. When you get them, you dog them, burn rubber, jump out, leave the doors open, because you're going to get...
No, wait a minute. Let's unpack that. If you see somebody at the bus stop and you've already have this terminology that they're a bust or whatever the case may be, why do you even want to be involved with a person at the bus stop who you deem to be broke? And they don't necessarily have to be broke. So that says something about your character. So you already have some emotion and your mind is going to have that. If I'm a man, I'm driving a Porsche, I'm not pulling up to the bus stop to pick up anybody.
Not because of how much money she got or her expectation. I whip up on it because I think she got a nice face, a nice body, and I want to get inside her body.
So you have an ulterior motive.
Exactly. All men do.
So why can't women?
That's a blanket statement. I don't want to say all men.
Most men.
Okay.
Most men.
Spoken from a man, so I can go to that.
So do you feel like men are pressured to be providers even when they don't want to be? Do you think women pressure men to be providers?
Yes, I think society pressures men and make men thinking that they have to do things that they don't have to do. You don't have to do nothing. A man don't even have to take care of his kid. He don't have to do nothing.
Wait a minute now.
Well, I'm telling you, he don't have to do nothing. Okay. Now, is it the right thing to do? Of course. Now, should a man sit up here, date his woman, and take her out sometimes? Yes, but do I think a woman should take him out sometimes too? Absolutely. He's special. He's important. You don't think he want to be taken out and get his dinner paid for?
Well, I think some women do that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with taking nobody out to dinner or nothing like that. And I think some women will hold men down if they have to. I just think for a woman, well, I'm going to speak for me. It's a time limit. How long do you want me to hold you down? How long do you want me to carry the weight? See what I'm saying? And see, when men get upset, they say, well, we don't do that. Well, you should do that. Because if you're going to carry a woman 2-3 years without a job and you're going to provide for her and give her everything that she needs, you're going to pay the rent, you're going to pay the car note, insurance, you're going to do everything, you're letting her get comfortable. And then you want to bitch on the side and say she ain't shit.
Well, Barb, let's rewind a little bit. It's all this help out here for these women, right? For women that been beaten, for women that's raising kids by themselves, they get whipped. It's all kind of programs out here.
Men don't get help. The ones that get out of prison get health insurance. They get
very
stamps,
rare.
They get assisted housing.
Whatever the man
it's called being a homosexual because you don't have anything to offer except sex. So you're looking for a place to stay.
A woman get, a man do not get. But everything a man get,
if you have guardianship of your children, you absolutely can get a bridge card. You absolutely can get
have guardianship.
Okay, well, what about? Let's talk about a free house, housing. What man hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. How many men that get free housing?
I don't know any, but the programs are not just for women.
I used to work at the shelter, so it's quite a few.
You're talking about the shelter, right?
But he's still getting free housing.
I'm talking about the house of the woman.
I don't know any. I don't know any men.
But she thinks she's independent.
Let me finish. The same assistance that they give women, they give men. Men get the same assistance because men go through hard times too. So it's no discrimination on that. That's not what we're debating about. What we're debating about is should men provide. I say yes, but I also say men put themselves in that situation to be labeled as a provider. And then they get upset when a woman wants to live off them and feed off of them when they always the ones going in their pocket showboating. I got this, baby, I'll give you this, I'll buy you a house, I'll put you in the nicest car. You ain't got to tell a broad all that. But you do.
But if you meet that kind of man, and that's what he's doing, but we're talking about across the board. Should a man be expected to provide for a woman? Absolutely not.
That's true.
Well, let me ask a question. What makes a woman deemed to be provided for?
Who she is, what she does.
Can you?
Things that, for me, I think you should be a provider because I'm gonna be one of the. I'm gonna hold you down when you fall off, but like I said, I got a time frame. I'm not gonna be holding you down for no 2-3 years. Now, get your shit together within it. You got 6 months to a year to get your shit together. If you fall off, I got your back. I'm gonna make sure you look good. Nobody gonna ever know you fell off and you was broke. I'm gonna make sure you got money in your pocket. I'm gonna be there. So any woman that's willing to be there and hold you down and do the things for you, a man should be able to do the same shit for her. But we have some men out here that don't do it.
Okay.
They don't do it at all. So I say the woman that's deemed to be provided for is the woman that's gonna stand 10 toes down for you.
The word provider originated from the 1800s. I'm just giving you
Okay,
where it originated from.
go ahead.
It originated from back then. The men used to go out hunt. The women used to make sure the house was clean, the kids was taken care of, the kids was fed. So the word provider is put out here by a lot of women. They don't have kids with these men. They're not holding the house down. They're doing none of this stuff that's deemed to be provided for. So to me, that's where everything
But wouldn't
separates.
that be the man's fault if he's choosing to provide for a woman like that? Where is the pressure at? Like you said, there's no kids. You ain't got no kids by this woman. So where is it in that man's mind that he feels he has to provide for
It's
her?
a disconnect on both sides. For
Okay.
one, the man shouldn't have to be providing, because that's just like if you come through the gate with 3 kids and I don't have no kids. Now, generally, when the man is supposed to provide for the house and home, he's providing for the home with his kids, his wife, and all that. So that means when you come through with your kids, I gotta be a provider. Because the first thing out y'all mouth with, we a package deal. So I gotta pick up the slack because the other guy didn't work out. And I gotta be a provider for you. And at that time, you're a liability. You're a leech. You're like another child. You're another mouth.
But don't you have the right to walk away from that situation?
I do.
But they don't.
I do.
So where is the disconnect on my end of believing that you should do
The
it?
disconnect on your end, if you look at the word provider and where it originates from. It comes from a time also when women couldn't work, they couldn't get certain type of jobs at all, and they was forced to hold down the fort. It's a whole different thing now. Y'all fought for equal rights, y'all won, y'all can get the jobs we get, y'all get the money we make, so why we still sticking with the provider when the times has changed? It don't even relate to when the word was brought up. It's no longer the same.
And to piggyback what you're saying, because you're absolutely right, the quality of women was different too. These women now, 2026 is watered down. Back then, you had quality women. You got women showing up with kids, showing up expecting for you to raise another man's DNA. Back then, it wasn't like that. When a woman showed up, she coming straight from her father's house. You know what? You may have gave a cow for it. So now you're getting a pure woman. She's not polluted. She don't have a filthy mouth. She don't have a whole lot of attitude. Most definitely she's not disrespectful because she knows she can't get shit back to her father's house. See, these women now, today, got way too many options. And for they're talking about a man taking care of them, a man can't even stand them. Men rather sit up here and work overtime than go home to them. You got men sitting up here in parking lots rather have drinks with their mans for 2-3 hours before they go home because he can't deal with this woman sober.
So guess what? He needs to move on then and move out.
Thank you.
So, it's just like Dre said, the word provider, it needs to be a different word because it's way back when the men were the hunters, the women were the gatherers, they stayed at home. It was your family. This was your wife. And you think about with society, you have to think about the biology of everything. Men are more physically fit to do the hunting. And so that's where some of the roles came from. This is going to be the provider. You can even look at slavery. When you got all of the little young boys, they gonna get the one with the muscles, they gonna get the one with the most strength because they can bring more money to the master. So it's the same way back then. The women, That's my contribution. I'm taking care of these kids. I'm keeping this house clean. You have some food when you're ready, because that was those specific roles identified and given to women and given to men. So the term provider, it is a responsibility. It's just like when they say, who is your medical provider? They are responsible to give you what it is that you need in order to keep your health intact. They are responsible to you. There is a connection to you.
Right.
I disagree with being the provider, and when women say this is a package deal. I don't know women like that. You approach a man, well, it's me and my kids. No, it's accepting that, hey, I have children, but I don't know any women, not to say that there is not any, who would actually tell a man, you know, you got to help take care of my kids. If I were a man, I would run away. But at the same time, there are certain rules where things don't have to be spoken, because if you really into her, she ain't gonna have to ask you for anything. And some men have been raised and they saw their fathers take care of their mothers, so they take that role on. Hey, I saw my mother be taken care of by my father, so it's rooted in me, and sometimes they think that's what they're supposed to do. My mother seemed like she was happy, so if I do A, B, and C, I'm gonna go to a happy home every single day.
Okay, let me ask you this, Angela. So do you think the women, today's women, 2026, still meets the application of the women with the time frame that Drake talking about? Or are we talking about two totally
So
different
now it's totally different, because women are not staying home with the children. Women have been forced to go out into the workforce. You still have some men who say, you know, I'm going to provide, I want my wife to stay at home with the kids, or the mother of my children to stay home and raise them. But at the same time, when you start talking about provision, it's a lot that come with that too, because it's deeper than financial. It's emotional, it's mental. Are you emotionally intelligent enough to tap in when you see I'm not doing well? Are you checking in with me about my mental health? We always say provide is money. It's deeper than money. And to your point, women are out here working now. They're making money. They're making just as much money as men are. And some men are stay-at-home dads, because it's kind of cheaper when you think about it. I'm just going to use this number. If I'm married to a doctor, she making $150,000 a year. You making $40,000, $50,000, but you got to pay for daycare, which can easily be $2,000-$3,000 a month for 3 kids. That's over $30,000 a year. You might as well stay home. So sometimes the roles are reversed. You don't see it a lot. But in this day and age, I think the word provider is being misused, or people really don't understand the definition of what a provider looks like and what they should be responsible for.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say this, because you said it's not always about the money. So is it deeper than that when it comes to providing in a relationship? You would say, is it deeper than the money? Like, what other connection do you think a woman would want from a man? Because most women want a man to provide for them. Most women feel like that this is what should be done, because not only some of them were taught that social media is selling it, like this is what men should do. And so what do we say to people if we're gonna say it's deeper than money? What else is it to a man if it ain't money?
Mental is the emotional. You could be providing, but guess what? You got 2 or 3 women out in the street. That's impacting me mentally. I have postpartum depression. Are you there for me emotionally? Because after this baby is so many weeks old, I can go out and get a job now, and I can help financially, but I still need you to be there mentally and emotionally for me. And if it's just always going to be money, like I said, some things come with that money that you almost have to accept if you staying at home raising these kids, because it happens every single day. And you have women, oh, I should have never been a stay-at-home wife, or you know, I did want to raise my children, but at the same time I almost really have to do what this man tell me to do.
I look at it as respect. I'm gonna tell you just the role reversal. When a woman stays home, she plays a housewife, and the man, you know, we don't look down on y'all. We don't talk y'all disrespect. You might have the rare few that do, but for the most part, men like, shit, I got a housewife, you know. But if it was the roles were reversed, this man is sitting here. We just talked about
When a woman becomes, so you saying when a woman becomes the breadwinner?
The respect for this man is out the door.
But do you think the respect is lost because some men, not all, but some men get comfortable in that role? And when you get comfortable in the role of staying at home and taking care of your kids and not providing for your family, then that woman loses all respect for you.
Barb, this is the role you gave me. Because if the kids is not grown, I'm still fending for them, you can't get mad because you gave me this role. Like, listen, hold on. You sit at home, you take care of the kids, I'm going to go get the bag. Because if I tell you as a man, I'm going to get the bag, you sit there and do what you got to do. And once, it's a conversation had. Once our kids get of age, okay, either we get a business, something you can do, or it's time for you to get back in the workforce.
And what happens when a man doesn't go into this is what I'm trying to say. But he doesn't have to. This is what I'm trying to say. That most men don't go back into that 50. Once the kids
you gotta have a time frame.
But what about a role though, Dre? Just like she explained, let's just say if it's cheaper for a man to stay home and he's playing the role that a woman usually plays. What's wrong with that? It's actually smarter. It's the smart thing.
It's smarter, but once they all start going to school, get your ass up and go work.
But she's still missing the point.
Fuck?
Okay, you still gotta get
school. What about soccer practice?
Okay, what about midnight? It's all 3 shifts. You can work afternoon. We can work together.
Okay, so pretty much you saying we don't switch it up. Because this is the first thing y'all women say. Oh, so I gotta work, and I gotta hold down the house, I gotta do for the kids, and I gotta fucking suck, and all you do is work. You asking the man to do the same thing.
That's right.
But it's an issue when the man sits home and take care of the kids. You want me to be soccer dad? I'm taking them to soccer game. I'm taking them to this. I'm doing this.
You gotta cheat the game.
Once they out of school, I go back to get employment. You can't have it both ways.
So what you saying when they graduate?
If that's the role you
when they graduate from high school?
Listen.
Oh, fuck
if that's the role you give me, if you sit here and say, listen, hold on, Bar, it gotta be a conversation had. Either you're gonna be a housewife or a house dad, and you're gonna say, well, listen, you're gonna hold the kids down until they get of age. Once they get a certain age, then you get back in the workforce. I'm quite sure this is the type of conversation a man have with the woman, and if the woman have the same type of conversation, why when the kids get in daycare now you want me to go back to work? You see what I'm saying?
See, that's the double standard. That's the double standard we talking about. It doesn't matter what you're doing now, Bar.
I'm in the house. I'm making dinner. I'm doing the same thing a wife would do.
Because you know what? I have dated women that got kids and they stayed at home. You know what? They always working. When the kid, they got to get the kid ready for school. They got to make breakfast. When the kid go, they wash the clothes, they clean in the house. Then they got to sit up and prepare to go get it. That's what most women do. Most women that stay at home. But I'm not talking about these grown girls. I'm not talking about these hood rats. You may be talking about the hood rats. We're talking about if a man said, you know what, we're going to build a life together, and this is what our life look like. He may present it to her or she may present it to him, but this is what their life look like because it makes good financial sense.
The conversation got to be had. If you don't have a conversation.
Well, when you lost me when you say they go graduate from high school,
it's the same thing. What's the difference when we get a woman that role? If we tell a woman,
I'm just one of the people. I'm not switching roles like that. I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. You gotta have a job. I gotta have a job. I'm not letting you get comfortable. And see, that's the problem. We let people get comfortable in relationships and shit goes left. Cause then motherfuckers don't want to get up and do nothing. Now when the kids go to school or whatever, they riding the school bus and shit. Just have your ass off down your 6 to 2 job. They got 6 to 2 jobs. Get your ass to work.
So you want to work part time?
Yeah, I don't care as long as he working.
And see, I'm gonna disagree with that because we put that pressure on women. You do A, B, C, you on the PTA, you help with homework, you take them to dance, take them to soccer. But I think it's based on your relationship and a strong relationship where a woman is not going to just throw it up in your face, hey, I'm a doctor and you're a freelance writer or you're trying to find yourself. I want you to be at home with our kids. I don't want our kids to be in daycare. I want you to pick them up. I don't want them to be in aftercare. I want you to be able to go to parent-teacher conferences because guess what? I would be doing the same thing in the home, but we're not forcing a woman to get a part-time job.
That's a relationship.
That's the only
that
goes back to what I be saying. It's not fair. It's
not.
double
That's
standard.
your fault.
A
That's
woman
how
have
you
a
choose to be.
high expectation for the men. But if a man said, well, if it's fair, how about I apply the same expectations to you? And she said what Barbara said. That's not fair. It is fair. It's what we agree on. Barb, you the type of woman, if you knew a woman that was taking care of a man, you would say, girl, you stupid. You see what I'm saying? And now she go home thinking about what the fuck you said and fuck her whole
Okay.
That's the whole house.
No. What is the reason? No, I'm not gonna call her stupid right off rip. Now, when she give me how long she been taking care of the man, now see, you got some women
She said, I've been doing it for the last 5 years.
Oh no, you stupid as fuck. But see, you got some women that take care of men that don't deserve to be taken care of. Just like you got some women that men take care of that don't deserve to be taken care of. So now you got a man who don't got a job. He's sitting at home. Y'all ain't got no kids together. You getting up punching the clock every day. You come home, you cooking. So some men, it depends on what type of
no,
man
you're not
you
sitting
taking
at home
care
without
of.
the kids. I'm speaking from family.
But
Now,
I speaking of family, but what I'm trying to tell y'all is that we may not know anybody of these that does this, but it's women out there that got niggas at home right now that's doing shit. Don't cook, don't wash, don't shit. All they do is shit, piss, and fuck.
You
And
know
they
what?
get taken
You know
care
what?
of.
Normally them be them big ass girls that's with the low self-esteem, and they got a black.
It can just be
mama come
anybody
through
with
that
low
pipe.
self-esteem,
Listen,
whatever you want to call it.
What
I
you
ain't
talking
taking
about
care of nobody.
is very
taking care of
unrealistic.
nobody.
It may be
No,
a
it's
small.
not.
Listen, it may be a small portion, but it's not like that. It's on the switch side, on the flip side of that, it's more women laying around the house. Playing housewife.
Single mothers who don't have nobody, who got
Jangling
no
in the
fat
next
kids,
door
and
neighbor.
don't have nobody to
Cause
help
this
them.
man at work doing all this shit we talking about. He working, taking care of these kids and doing all this shit while she eating bonbons, fucking the neighbor next door, and find out the 3 kids he been taking care of ain't even his.
Also, so what happens when a man can't provide? He can't give anything.
What do you mean by can't?
I'm asking you.
Okay, we use the word can't. Is he disabled?
He can't. I don't know. He could have just got out of prison.
Okay, well,
He
hold
could
on.
have just got out of prison. Just getting on his
Let's look into this. I'm going to give some examples. Let's say a man, he's a veteran. He fought in the war and he's disabled. Now, yeah, he will get some type of money from the government every month. It ain't going to be a lot. But if he meet a woman, he say, listen, I'm a veteran. She know that up front, so she know if she continue to deal with this man, what his output is. Now, if you got a man that's fresh out of jail, and he said it's hard for me to get a job, and you continue to mess with that man, you know what you're getting. If you messing with a married man, and he telling you, listen, baby, after I take care of my family and my kids, you can get what's left over. You know what you're getting right at the beginning. So I don't understand what you mean when you saying what type of man are you talking about?
A man that just can't provide won't give you nothing.
Well, there are men out there like that as well as women, because not all, but there are some women who would rather have a piece of man than no man at all. And if that mean you sitting in my house and I'm going to work, just like on Baby Boy, she was happy with the situation. She going to her little job and he out here hustling, trying to sell clothes and do all these wonderful things in his mind that he can contribute something. So when it gets to that point, don't shoot the messenger. I'm gonna blame the woman because you allowed that mess to happen. You allowed him to sit up in your home. So guess what? If I were a man, I'm gonna take advantage of it too.
Barb, you said you don't think a woman should give a man nothing? That's what you said?
Not when it comes to financial, only if he on his knuckles.
But I think as long as she giving him that old dried up.
Oh, motherfucker, my
I'm not talking about your pee. I'm talking about long as you think a woman is.
No, I don't think a woman should never.
That's enough. That's
I don't think a woman should. I don't think a woman should provide. I think a woman should only provide for a man if he go on his knuckles.
Okay, that's the.
Other than that, I don't think a woman
You know
should
what, Barb?
provide.
And
I don't think a woman should go
if
on
a
her
man
mind.
taking care of a woman the way Barb talking about, he should be able to have multiple women. I should be able to have as many.
But they got them anyway. It don't matter.
I'm just
They got multiple women anyway.
If I can take care of you and I'm doing all this stuff, I should be able to have as
You
many
got
as you.
multiple women when you ain't taking care of her. So
we
what
put
difference does
we
it
put
make?
it out on the table.
It doesn't matter.
So if I'm putting it out on the table, I'm gonna tell you, listen, baby, since you got all these expectations of me, I'm asking you, what can you do for me? And when you say what you can do for me and this equal vagina and something to eat sometimes, no, baby. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing for you, but I'm going to also have 3 more of you. And you got to be okay with that.
Honestly, you don't care if she okay with it or not. You either take it or leave it.
Well, at that point, I can sit up here and slap that Joker card down because now you broke. You ain't got no money. And I'm telling you, since you need me to help you, well, I'm gonna tell you, if you ain't got no money, I'm gonna think like, shut the fuck up.
But see, that's what you
be
fuck
running
up.
your
That's
mouth.
what men fuck up at. Because you can't slap no Joker card down, nigga. Cause just because you, nigga, just like you got money, the next nigga got money too.
But why would he want you though?
I'm out here,
Why would he
nigga. I'm
want you
gonna
though?
go recruit.
These women thinking that
You ain't gonna treat me like
the
shit.
more you do treat them like shit.
I'm gonna recruit, ladies.
If you out here fucking 5, 6 different niggas, what you think this nigga want you for?
Fuck it. Somebody gonna get out the
Then
baby.
you gonna get a guy like you a baby boy. You gonna get a
No,
guy
I
gonna be
didn't say
driving.
that. I
He gonna
didn't
be
say that.
driving your car. He
I
gonna be
said-
picking you up from work. Them the kind of guys that's left over.
I said
you
you-
women like that do not get the men of their choice. They get the men that's left over. The women that get the men of their choice is the women that got something going on.
That
Ain't no
always
man
sells
finna
to
be
a higher
pulling up
level.
in no Bentley. How often you see a Bentley in the hood? Highway.
They ran through
It's
it.
rare.
It's rare.
Fast.
Now you will see everybody with a Camaro or an old school or something.
much.
Them the kind of guys women like that deal with. And they usually street niggas. And everybody know when you have a baby by a street nigga, what's the benefits for that?
But
Long term,
what I'm trying to
none.
get you to understand is that yeah, you might can tell that girl to shut the fuck up. You might can tell that girl she's broke. But what you gotta understand is how most women think. Yeah, nigga, I'm broke. Yeah, I ain't got shit. But just like I got you, nigga, I just go get the next nigga to do the same motherfucking
And
thing.
I just feel
and
sorry
women
for you.
think like that.
I feel sorry
Regardless
for
of women think like that, but women don't want to be judged. And because you see, men, y'all, we get judged on anything we do. Being judged and being a woman and being judged by the things we do. Oh, she a hoe. But when a man doing it, he yeah,
But the
he a
standards
player.
are not the same.
He this and he that.
I'm so sick and tired of these women keep on saying if a man can do it, she can. It's not the same.
What they do it?
If it's the same, why you think the women lie about how many bodies they got for real?
Bingo.
Women gonna sit up, they can be with 50 niggas that tell me I only been with 4 guys. You lying. You have 4 baby daddies.
How many shorty
Because
niggas?
it don't matter, but I don't want you. I have a right. I think if I'm sticking my penis in you, I have a right to ask you
But when you
how
get
many
your
men you
penis
been
in
with.
there, you gonna figure it out then. How many
That's right,
bodies
a hula
I
hoop.
got. When you get your penis in there, you gonna figure it out. I ain't gonna tell you
If a
shit.
guy is trying to wife a woman, just for instance, you got 2 women. You got one woman that's just been through the ringer. You got another one. She may not be as experienced as the one that's been through the ringer, but she's more, her morals, everything together. He's going to choose that one every time. He's going to choose the other one for fun, but he's not going to marry her unless this is all new to him. It's a very minimal amount of people that's going to sit here and say, I want the girl, the fun girl, and I'm going to marry her. The most part, they going to take the one, they got her shit together, that's respectful, they can take her around family, ain't nobody laughing, ain't nobody got no stories about her. That's the one that's going to get chose every time.
That's
They're
the
not
same
going to
thing.
choose the Jada Lang.
Yep.
If anything, they're going to pass her around. We used to pass Jada Langs around. Listen, nigga, I got something hot up there. You $40. You don't want to be that girl. You see what I'm saying?
So do y'all think that women appreciate men who provide for them, or do they
Women do.
look at them as
not the
simps or
other
suckers?
ones.
Well, you
Because
know what?
everybody's not in the same bracket. You got hoes, Jada Langs, Dusty Foots, women, everybody is a different
I think a hoe would appreciate somebody taking care of
No,
them.
she won't.
Why?
Because she used to chili.
She just got a couple of people taking care of her.
Motherfuckers
Because
sit there
you-
calling me out. We talking about women. A woman will appreciate a provider. The other ones, no. Because it's a regular day survivor.
Oh,
You think about it, Dre. Why would a woman be looking for a guy to take care of her anyway? See, that's my first question. If you considered yourself a woman, which under it falls under a title, you know, you got a girl, like we talk about this all the time. You got sluts, you got all these different names we can call a female. But if she's a woman, she don't need a man to take care of her. Now, if she's a girl, yeah. If she's a slut, yeah. Hoe, yeah. But a woman, most definitely not. A woman's going to bring something to the table instead of trying to sort out what's on the table. That's all your shit. That's what the hoes do. The hoes want to come in. Okay, what's on the table for me? What's over here? Okay, why this? What's that? What's a woman going to come in and she gonna have a box too with some shit. She go and now let's line some shit up and make it make sense. So I think the category that we putting these females in, that's the issue.
Yeah.
If you dealing with, I believe, I'ma just say it. I think we got classes of women.
Yeah.
I mean, if I consider myself a class A act, why the fuck is I'm fucking with a class D?
You know what they
But
do
why
every
do
day?
they do it though?
No,
Why do they do it?
them the fun girls. They fun because you can
Oh
sit up
my
and take them out of
God.
town.
Y'all got
Guys do it
girls
all the
on
time.
Instagram
You
that
fly
are
them out of town,
influencers.
and guess what? We can sit
That's
up
what
and she gonna
millionaires.
dance to the music. She gonna be getting drunk. I can be knocking her off the boat. We can be on the boat, fucking doing all the shit I would even want to do with my woman.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this one thing. The only thing I can give y'all, I'm gonna give y'all for the ladies. It's the men's fault. It's not y'all fault. And the reason I say this, because back in the days, we used to classify women, sluts, everything back then, we classified. Now, the lines is blurred. It's not because of the women. It's because of the men is no longer, it's like everything is getting softer. It's inappropriate to say this, and that. So you can't classify like you used to back in the days. So now the lines is blurred and everybody, that motherfucking squares is over here with the circles, is over here with the, you know what I mean? It's blurred. So everybody in the wrong box.
And it's hard.
So everybody's scared to speak their mind.
Exactly.
I can't even call a hoe a hoe. If I know I fucked you, two of my friends fucked you, and the guy down the street fucked you, I can't say what you is. It's what you is.
Why you can't say what she?
Well, because of you gotta be real right now. You gotta be real careful what you say to women with this air pollution and all this other stuff. You gotta be freedom of speech ain't freedom of speech no more.
Exactly.
Well, I also think it's hard for a woman to respect a man who's just like her. A lot of these niggas is bitch niggas. A lot of these niggas got bitch tendencies. And so you want me to give you the respect, and I'm not, the only difference between us is that you got a dick and I got a cat. But nigga, you still a bitch. You cry just as much as I do. If I say take out the grass, go cut the grass. It's hot outside. Bitch, go cut the grass. Go take the garbage out. That's heavy. Why you put so much in the garbage can? Get your shit together.
He say with you?
No, I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna tell another grown ass man
I'm
to go
just
take the
saying.
trash out.
If you had
See, that's the problem that I got right there, Dre. Why you telling him what the fuck to do in the
He
first
man,
place?
he know he gotta cut the grass.
This is what I'm saying. If you ask me to give you a class, the number between men, how many men out here between 100%? I would say most of the men out here, 45% is bitches.
Okay, now how many
45% is bitches.
motherfuckers we think is women is not women?
Right. How many?
Out of 100%.
I would say.
I say 80%.
I say 60% are women and
Get your ass out of here.
20%.
So there's more whole ass niggas than hoes.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna
Listen, Dre, we go to the. Hey, what do you think all the women when they retire from the titty bar go?
They start cooking and shit.
No, you see.
I know a lot.
No.
I know a lot of them.
When these women retire from the strip club, what skills do they have? Most of them don't get. Only thing they know how to do is run their game.
A lot of people that's in the strip club be going to college and going to school and stuff. So you can't.
A lot of them.
They'll start off, being a CNA. I'm gonna go to school to do something. I might go to real estate school. They'll do something, but again, it's just the relationship, and every relationship is different. It's like Dre said, I'm not gonna hound somebody, go cut the grass. You know, grass need to be cut. But at the same time, I don't believe in gender specific roles either. I can take the garbage out myself. I'm not gonna wait till you get off work. I need the garbage outside.
See, that's what I'm talking.
I'm gonna take the bag of garbage outside because I don't want it in the
You want
house.
that smell. Right.
So
Like, you sit here till you
Brian
get off
gonna sit
the
away.
phone
She
for
gonna be
hours.
like this, staring at the garbage.
No,
you see the garbage need to be taken.
Brian gonna call you while you still at work. Nigga, you know this trash gotta go out. Like, shit, I'm still at work.
No, if I have to take it out, I would take it out, but then I would have an attitude. Like, why you take out the garbage before you went to work? Like,
See me, I contributed to the garbage.
That's probably one feel.
He don't need. And this is the problem. A lot of these women be trying to be these men's parents. You be trying to be their mama. A man don't need for you to run him. Okay, well that's the man. Once again,
but no, I'm gonna say a lot of women like to be in control. And so with that being said, men who allow women to be in control are the ones who get treated like that. Because whatever I always say, a woman will go fuck a nigga, a street nigga, before she even be faithful for a nigga that's giving her everything.
But that's not a woman though.
That's crazy.
You still talking about hoes. You could, back to what Dre was saying with that blurred line.
Okay.
A woman
bitches that carry Gucci bags so big too. Bitches that carry Gucci bags. No, because my hoe y'all keep saying a woman, a girl, a hoe. But women got the same shit called a hoe. What you gonna call it? When your pockets get flat,
you get the title woman based on how you live your life. Yep. How you think. How you live your life makes you a woman.
Everybody think they're a woman nowadays.
Yes, but I'm telling you. But how many women out here is faithful to their man? How many women is out here doing what they're supposed to do with their family? Okay. These women, these female, I tell you, you got women with whole tendencies. You got women with slut tendencies. They not just a woman. These women, well, you know what? That money tight. My car don't need to get paid. I'm finna go sell some pussy. That is not a woman, because a woman would not compromise her morals.
Yes, she will. She just
she won't.
She's not gonna
and that's why the numbers.
Let her back get up against that wall. She gonna be on the sideline saying,
would you compromise if you need your bills paid?
I'm not going to see Nate. I'm gonna figure it out.
Go figure it out. That's what I want.
Sometimes you gotta go sell some shit. If as an adult, you accumulate shit through life. Cars, jewelry. Sometimes that shit gotta go to the pawn shop.
I do all that when you just gone on, drop down, give 20.
But then that's where your village of friends come from, where they not gonna judge you. Like, you should be able to have 2 or 3 girlfriends in a Rolodex to say, hey, I'm short. I mean,
okay. I thought you were gonna tell them you sold some pussy.
No.
Not telling them.
No. Hey, some of them have no conversation, but hey, I'm short, can you help me? Things of that nature. But it's like you say, when you put yourself out there, that title changes. Because again, and I forget which rapper said it when I saw it on social media, when you have your own money, you don't have to go look for a man with money. It's a lot to come with a man providing for you. And I'm talking, perfect example, movie called Fences, Viola Davis, Denzel Washington. He ended up cheating with a lady down at the job where he was working. He said because she made him feel alive. But Viola at home taking care of the kids, not working, kind of baking pies to sell at the church, all those wonderful things. Now, she's better than me. After giving birth, he ended up getting the lady pregnant.
And she
gave birth. She died during childbirth.
Oh, she had the baby.
The kid.
And Viola helped him take care of that child. But again, he doing everything, and he just like, I'm trying to make ends meet, but this woman at the job making me feel good. So again, there's things come with somebody providing for you. Yeah, I'm gonna stay home maybe till the kids get to about 4th or 5th grade, and I'm gonna go get me something not only for myself, I can contribute to the house.
Exactly.
But like the old lady at the church said one day, y'all young girls keep a broom in the closet. You're supposed to have your own money too. Because anything can happen. It could be domestic. He beating you up. You don't have time to wait to payday to move out. You need to have you some money so you can get that U-Haul the next day and get up out of there. And some people take it. I remember growing up, one of my friends, her cousin was going with an older guy. He was doing all type of stuff to her, black eyes, this, that, and the other. But guess what? Daddy wasn't around, and that's the type of lifestyle her mother was living. And she was like, hey, he ain't killed me, and he taking real good care of me. She's 17. This man was 35 years old.
God damn.
And he was taking really good care of her too, but was jumping on her, beating her up in front of his boys like, oh, you in here talking? You supposed to stay in the bedroom, like I said, because guess what? He the provider. And some women fall into that trap because they don't have a village. They don't have anywhere else to go. This is where I'm stuck. And some of them, they don't have a skill set to do a whole lot either. I'm about to go learn how to do some hair. I'm about to go to CNA school. I'm about to go do something. I'm about to go work at the Metro PCS store. Something low level, because all these years have gone by and they lost themselves. And now your back is against the wall. I got to do what he tells me to do.
So, Angela, I got a question for you. Do you think a relationship can work if the woman is the main breadwinner? if the role switch and the woman is the one that provides for the home, that does everything.
I'm not gonna say a high percentage.
Do you think it can work?
It can work, but I think it's probably maybe 10% of 100% of women in that situation. Because again, as women, we could be real petty, and when the cards are in our favor, we gonna use it. We gonna dog that man. We gonna make sure he knows that I'm paying the bills. I'm taking care of you. You don't have anything. You need me. I can put you out my house.
But why? What?
It's not to say that it's right. That's what I'm saying.
Since you're a woman, my question to you as a man is why do women do that?
Because she's in control now.
It's not all, but it's the leverage. It's the leverage.
Yeah, but why would a woman want to bust her man across the head when she got the leverage? But when he have the control, and most of the time a man have to control, if he done the exact same thing to her,
most of them do.
They're gonna, you know what? Everybody gonna say how wrong he is.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I made it.
But I'm saying 5-10%. Not a whole lot of them will work. It can work, but I don't think it's a high percentage. It's a very low percentage. And then I can even look at race. I don't have stats, but I think with black women, they gonna keep their foot on your neck to make sure you know I'm in control now. Now what? Is it right? Absolutely not. But then again, as a man, that should be the catalyst for you to get yourself together and get out of here, because that relationship is not going to work anyway. And if you stick and stay, hey, you got to deal with what she's saying, because she don't have the conversations with her girlfriends too. Like, he got one more time to say something to me, I'm going to tell him get up out my house. Not our house.
That's the point I was going to make. It's a cultural thing. Mm-hmm. It's more in the black culture that the women be like foot to ass. If you go into the white culture, they don't be like that. They don't have, it's a lot of other races, but I see in the white culture, they don't treat their men like that when they doing bad and all that. Even if they feel some type of way about him, they not gonna voice it like black women. Oh, this bum ass nigga. And then you gotta think, they're gonna say this shit to their friends on the phone, be talking loud enough so you can hear the other phone. This motherfucker, this nigga, I asked him to take out the trash, all he laying playing PlayStation all day. So it's a culture thing. So
and now you treat them like a kid.
And you know what, Dre? A lot of that stuff comes from slavery. I think a lot of things that the black woman has adopted and used as ammunition against the man replace back to slavery, like I was saying. For instance, to embarrass the black man in front of his kids. I mean, I have noticed a lot of black women take pride into that and embarrassing a man in front of his kids. They want to say, you know what, you can't take them certain places. You know what, you can't buy them certain things. You know how much time you can spend with them. When you have a black man have a child by a black woman, in a lot of cases, she used that child as a weapon against that man. And there's laws that protects that woman. None of the laws protect the man. If this woman, the courts tell this woman, you know what, he get visitations right Thursday through Sunday. If she don't feel like giving you that baby, you just don't get the baby. And in most cases, he go back to court and they don't lock her ass up. They just tell her again, you know, this is what you gotta do, this is what about a court. She in there arguing with the judge. She still don't go to jail.
See, I disagree a little bit, boy, and I'm gonna tell you the only part I disagree is the slavery part. I don't even think it has anything to do with slavery. It's about who raised her, who raised the lady that raised her. It's a traditional thing. You gotta think, it's a generation thing. You got a terrible mama that let the kids do whatever the fuck they want to do, that wasn't hands on with them, that raised this motherfucker, that let them do whatever, and it's like generations of motherfuckers just like do whatever the fuck you want to do.
So like you saying that, that's was gonna be my next question. So would you say, because you're saying raising, so you're blaming it on the upbringing? Would you just say it's the upbringing, or would you also say the environment that a person grows up in makes them feel like a person should provide and do stuff?
It's the combination of both. Think about how shit is now. Like, you see kids 8 years old, they all at the liquor stores going to the store for grown-ups. When the street lights was on, we had to be either on the porch or in the fucking house. We didn't have that type of freedom to do whatever the fuck we wanted to do. And then think about all the shit you see in the streets, shit you see on social media. kids cussing, the girls doing twerk shit with their daughters, and it's the way they raised, the environment. So now everybody is just like, whatever the
So
fuck.
do you think, so as a man, do you blame that woman for having that mindset? Because listen to what you're saying.
No,
it's
I blame the man that had a baby by her. Because first off, if I meet you, you got different classes of women. You got the fun girls, you got all that. If you see, have y'all ever, I know y'all saw it, because I saw it. You riding down the street and you see about 4 or 5 little kids, they walking way down there and the mama way back here pushing the stroller. We couldn't move like that. We had to be tight knit. So if you see her, she could be fat as hell, thick as hell, but just off of her movements, I would be like, let me put 2 rubbers on. Because I don't like how the way she letting her kids move like that. Because you got to think this is your child. Everything with your child is a safety thing. I'm not going to have a baby with a motherfucker that's not going to be protective of mine like I would be. So I fought the man by raw dogging this motherfucker, but I fought the mama because she raised this motherfucker in the likeness of her.
So I want you to answer that question.
Well, I think as men, we gotta have a standard. I mean,
Well, no, I want you to answer the question. I want you to piggyback on a part of the upbringing in the environment. And then I want to know how, as a man, or why as a man, you would blame that woman for how she thinks. Because like he's saying, if it's your upbringing and your environment, to me, if a woman, I'm in survival mode, because this is the environment I live in. And not only that, this is what I was taught. So how can you down me and make me feel like the way I think is wrong when this is how I was raised?
But you still want better.
well, it's going to go back to like I was saying about, as men, we got to have a standard for ourselves. Just because this woman got a fat booty, she's attractive, that don't mean she's mother material. And you ask me, do I think environment make a difference? Absolutely. If you stand in the projects, you in survival mode versus me going and dating a woman that stay out in Farmington. She don't know nothing about survival mode. She never been in that mode, so I ain't got to worry about getting her out of that mode.
And that's why I piggyback on what I say is because look at the environment we grew up in. Look at the neighborhoods we came from. How many percentages of the girls, yeah, they may be different now, but they got a track record. And they ain't got a track record just because they thought it was right. They got a track record because this is what they were taught. They was taught to be hoes. Did you ever heard the saying, don't be out there closed legs, don't get fed, don't come home with a wet pussy with a $1 in your pocket. Yeah. These are things that people taught people. So now when that girl gets a certain age, she's fucked. Because from 15 to maybe 22, 23, she out here just doing whatever. Fucking and doing everything because this is what she was taught. And this is what the advice, because you gotta think most of the people, how many friends we got? Mamas was on drugs, daddies was locked up. Where was the guidance to teach people that a man is not supposed to be a provider? See what I'm saying? So when we go back to the upbringing and environment, if this is what's taught in your head, and this is what you believe is supposed to be true, well, what other way she gonna think?
But then to add a layer to what you said, they're brought up like that. So as a man, when I meet you, I don't know you have all this trauma until I get to dating you, and then I'm like, whoa, it's too much.
Walk away, though. They stay.
Some stay because they sometimes feel like, hey, I can fix her or I can fix him. And it used to be taboo in the black community. I recommend an average person go get therapy. Because if you were brought up and your mother wasn't around, that's traumatic. Now I'm raising my daughter, not me, I'm just using as an example, how I was. Because I'm out here with this man. So now I'm telling my daughter to do A, B, and C. Now I'm projecting my trauma onto her. And then it goes generation to generation to generation. Go get some help. And the people who speak the most about I don't need help are the people who need help. Your insurance paid for a therapist. There's companies out here that will take you without insurance because there's some things that have to be unpacked for change to happen.
Angela, would you say it's more culture?
Oh, definitely.
Or would you say it's more generational?
It's a bit.
Or would it be a combination?
It's a combination of that. Society, your environment, how you were raised, what you were exposed to. Some people, all they know is roaches. Somebody told me that the other day, and I was talking to a little kid. I said, people still have roaches. I just didn't know roaches were still around 30 years now when I was a kid. But that's 30, 40. Like, roaches are still around. But that's all that they know. Like, y'all don't? And I'm thinking, people still do? So it's all your environment, the people you hang around, your mama, your aunties, your fast cousins, the girls. Then you got the young boys, they looking up to the OGs or their uncles. Oh, they doing this, it's illegal, it's more trauma. So now you about to go to jail. That's more trauma. Now you're not there for your children. That's more trauma. So it's just a vicious cycle that never stops.
Yeah. Okay, question number 20, it says, can modern relationships redefine provider? My thoughts is, should modern relationships redefine the term provider? Should it be?
But what are you calling on? Are you talking about relationships now?
The relationships now.
I don't think so, because I think it's not. It would never change, because this is how society makes people think. Think about when you go to social media. Most of the people, when you're on social media, they making people, like young kids, think that you're supposed to be the person to take me on these lavish trips. It's okay to fuck married men. It's okay to tear up homes. It's okay to be the sad chick. It's okay to be the hoe. So now social media is a large platform, and this is being promoted. Yeah. This is what's being promoted to the young girls out here, and the young boys out here are the ones, if you look at it, they the ones out here that's doing all this stuff. Like, I see 15 and 16 year olds buying Valentine's gifts, and I don't mean cheap gifts.
Oh, don't get me started. I
nice
disagree
gifts.
with that 100%.
I disagree with that, because first off, I blame the mother for even allowing a child to accept a gift for $200-300,
or giving her son the money to buy the gift.
Or if he got a little job, nigga, you might take that little money and go buy you some Jordans while you buying that little girl some Jordans, and then you go look at me and say you need it. So I think they're being taught at a very early age, this is what they're supposed to be doing. You got 15 and 16 year olds out here cashing out. What they call it now, will you be my girlfriend? You know, we used to just write it on a piece of paper. Will you date me? Yes or no? Now they get hotel
do a whole production.
Put the balloons out. Yeah, ask somebody to date them. They do all of this, but guess who's to blame for all this? Kids ain't got money to do this.
It's the mamas.
It's the mamas. Okay. It's the parents. It's the parents
and they think it's cute.
No, it's the mamas.
That's right. So we gonna call a spade, because if you look at the numbers always tell the truth. 70% in the black community, 70% of the boys that's being raised is being raised by their mom. Mm-hmm. The moms don't want to give up them boys for nothing when they need to. So I believe mm-hmm. that when a boy becomes 9-10 years old, the mother should give that son to his dad, because at this point he's going to need skills.
If he got his shit together.
Well, he's going to need to learn how to cut grass. Mom ain't gonna teach him that. Shovel snow. He got to learn how to change brakes. He got to start being prepared to be able to do for women. Mm-hmm. When you get in a relationship, a lot of these guys, a woman catch a flag, guess what they calling their dad? You know how frustrated and upset I'll be if my daughter is somewhere stranded and I pull up and she with a boy?
You happy?
And I'm gonna be like, what the fuck you got him in the car for with you and he can't change the flat? Something's wrong with that picture. You know, you calling me because you need some repairs done to your home, but you got a man in the house? I would have a huge problem with that.
So we're talking about providers, or should a man be a provider? Should a man provide? So now we just mentioned social media. So how do you even get a person out of believing he shouldn't be this when they doing it at 15 and 16 years old? And girls are accepting things. 15 and 16 year old, you going to buy candy, balloons, $200 shoes. What you think that 15 year old girl is thinking?
Because everybody knows you want to get rich. You don't get rich.
Okay, but that is the neighborhood that's being affected, or the poor neighborhood.
We got to talk about. Let's talk about the issue, and let's talk about the whys. That's the only way you can change things. It's people that feel bad about themselves that's spending all this money on merchandise. Now I want to flatter you, and you can easily be flattered with me spending money on you. That's a shame. If I want to flatter you, I'm going to flatter you with my intelligence, with how smart I am, how I carry myself. You know, we go to the park and have a picnic, and that should flatter you. I don't need to spend no forward. You know what, Dre? If these
maybe the older one.
I know what, Dre. They might find somebody who can't resist the admirer. talking about
a young woman and went and bought some Chinese food, laid a blanket up under the tree, and y'all ate Chinese food and talked, I bet you they would appreciate that.
Listen,
let's say 17.
They probably would.
How old should you be dating? You should be dating at 15.
But they are.
But I'm saying
They are.
you don't even know your own body at 15.
Look at back when it was when we came up. This is what I'm teaching. It may be fucked up, but this is what I'm teaching.
Okay.
Don't spend no money on her. Spend all that shit on you.
That's
Because
right.
if me and Ball walk in there and he looking
anyway.
nice and average, and I'm in this bitch 4-5 chain, I'm looking like I'm the bad, I'm fucking.
So you would be angry with if you knew your son was working, I say
My
16,
son
17,
wouldn't
say
do
he's
it.
16, 17 years old. He's not living in your household, but he's in his mom, but you're around. And if you knew he was working this little job, he had Taco Bell, and he was spending a percentage of his money on a girl, what would you say?
It depends. I'm a
I mean, what would you say?
It depends. If it's his girlfriend or if he's straight up cashing it out. Because if it's girlfriend, he's gonna spend more. If he's just cashing it out, it's a smart. It goes back to that saying. It's cheaper to buy that motherfucker than being in a
What's up, CJ?
But you hear the age.
So what you think they ain't selling pussy when they young?
Let me tell you
not
something.
bad.
I don't have kids, but my 16-year-old, let me find out you buying bitches gym shoes and shit. Come here. Let me holler
buy
at you.
gym shoes.
You don't have shit.
He gonna take his $80.
You know what, Barb? I have a son.
Holla at him.
And I've had that conversation with my son. And I
Okay.
told my son, you don't spend nothing on these women.
Spend on
Because they're
yourself.
temporarily. And you at 17, she won't be in your
How old
life.
is your son now?
My son now is 20.
Oh, he just getting.
Well, and I still give him advice.
Yeah, sure.
My advice to it's my duty to give my son advice, and I sit up there and tell him, listen, man, when you take a woman out, she don't tell you where to take her. She's a guest. When a man take a
spending
woman,
that money,
yeah, you are a guest. So you know what? You're coming along and eat with me. You ain't finna tell me take you to this restaurant. That's an insult. If a woman tell you where to spend your money, you take her back home. Be done with her.
Not only that.
Let somebody else deal with that crap because she's showing you signs of a troubled female. So I tell my son, like we were saying, when he was that age, listen, man, you don't spend no money on him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do small. You know, you go buy a $2 flower. That's me to show you I like you and you like me.
Yep.
Half of these boys and girls don't even know if they're going to be dating the same sex 2 years later. They don't know what they're going to be doing. So I think it's important that men, like I say, be in their son's life to give them that type of advice.
That's something
one more time, Drake.
That stops the crash.
There you go. Because a lot of these young boys think, oh man, I sit up here and spent this money on her and she did this. Listen, the daddy gonna say, listen, man, I could have been told that she was a home to make it.
Crash out, B.
Listen, it's just what he just said. This guy working at Kroger, Walmart, he done saved $2,000 and went there bought her some expensive shit. And
He bought her a gold chain. She
yeah,
pretty gold chain.
that's a few dollars. He's gonna be in his feelings. And he see her out with the captain of the football team with the chain on he paid for. He gonna snap. So to avoid all that, man, listen, buy that gold chain for yourself, and you know, as long as you look like something, you're gonna attract. It may not be a woman, but you're gonna attract something and do what you need to do.
And I'm gonna say this too, Barb. It's important that the men are even the females because the daddy got to tell that daughter, no, don't do that.
Right.
I seen you with this little boy last week, and now you in this little boy face. Don't do that.
Respect
Because
yourself.
that's right. Because now the mama go say, get what you can get. I see women, females, all the time giving other females terrible advice. Get what you can get. You know what you got to do. What you got to do. No. That's survival mode, and they're teaching survival mode. The father going to say, listen, don't do that. You know what? Come on, I'm gonna get you a job working at one of these fast food restaurants so you can have your own. Yeah, it's more work, but you ain't finna damage your reputation. You ain't gonna be sitting up here on that back page. So I think it's very important for the man to be in the kid's life, especially the young ladies, because they gotta be there to tell them no.
So would y'all say the person that makes the most money is the person that gains the power in a relationship? That has the most power? Does that person feel like because I make this amount of money and because I'm much higher than where you're at, that I have the power, I have the right to control?
I think females feel that way, not men.
That's the point I was gonna make. Men don't think like that. That's a
disagree.
That's a trait for
Well, you're
women.
not a man, Barb.
No, what I'm saying is that I think some men do think like that. I think some men,
Street guys, not a guy.
because you gotta think, if you take somebody from, like y'all always say, take somebody from the gutter, and now you making a, but they do, and that is the problem. We, as our culture, do not have standards. We don't set standards, and when we do set standards, people say you wrong. Like for me, I'm telling you the honest God truth. If you fall on your knuckles, you got 6 months to a year to get your shit together. That's it.
So, Barb, love don't mean nothing to you.
Hold on, but Barb,
And let me tell you why I'm giving you, because I don't want you comfortable. I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to be there for you, but I don't want you to get comfortable living off my money. And I don't want you to want me to be comfortable living off yours. Because once you get comfortable, then that means you ain't got no motivation. You looking for jobs, you on Indeed, you been out today.
Let's say a man got to a motorcycle accident or something.
It's different.
No, hold on. I'm gonna ask you some questions. So let's say a man got into some type of accident, and he can't work for 6 years.
Huh?
Oh,
He can't work for 6,
Well,
7
that's okay,
years.
because he going to get disability.
Well, listen, he ain't got nothing coming in. This guy held you down, and let's just be real. He held you down, looked out for you, and something unexpected happened.
Different.
Okay, so now you will hold him down.
Yeah, that's different though.
He ain't got to worry about you.
That's
He ain't got to worry about you cheating.
I'm saying if you lose your job, say for instance you lose your job, you might have lost your job for attendance or something like that. I'm like, okay, well, whatever reason you lost your job, you might have lost your job for cussing a whole ass nigga out for disrespecting you. Okay, cool, you lost your job. Just because you lose your job, you don't get the right now to sit in the house and think about what you want to do. What is your plan?
What if he got, first off, if he lost his job, he got money saved, he got a 401k, why can't he sit in his house that he paying bills at and figure out what he want to do? He still got money.
No.
Nobody just get fired and don't have nothing.
You get no. We just don't sit and figure shit out. You're getting comfortable.
Long
You
as
ain't got
my
nothing to
portion of
do.
the bills getting paid, I'm not here.
Because now you going through our savings because you want to figure out what you want to do.
I would have a really big problem with a woman saying that to me. I'm telling you, I would have a huge problem.
Now you
if
want
a woman
our
so
savings
telling
to
me,
That's my shit. I don't want to punch the clock. Yo, I said his 401k. Not your shit.
I didn't know what you said.
but see, Barbara on that, what's on your table tip? She all looking on your table. She trying to.
I'm supposed to be like that?
No, you supposed to sit back and
I'm
shut the
supposed to.
fuck up.
No, I'm supposed to protect myself at all
How
the
you
time.
protect yourself from my
I'm
shit?
supposed to protect myself at all
Bro,
the time.
she already said she gonna loan you some money out the money she stole.
Listen.
Come on, bro.
I'm telling you, I never.
I heard that episode. You couldn't say that.
They try to make me look like the bad person.
I never heard a woman say what Barb said to a man.
Be she honest though. I
Well,
respect her
I'm
honesty.
pretty sure women have said it, but that's
What did
your
you hear
cue. When you hear a man saying, you tell the man, well, you know, you got 6 months. Don't get comfortable on that car. Listen, what if he got a car note? That car note ain't gonna let him get comfortable. If he got a mortgage, that mortgage ain't gonna let him get comfortable. You think he needs you mopping off, telling him this? You best to believe every month them bills gonna let him know, listen, you gotta do something, dog.
But a conversation has to be had.
I don't think
because
nothing
the
wrong with
older
that.
I get, I try to look at it from a different lens. And I wouldn't want a man telling me you have 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
I might need 2 years. I might want to go back to school and don't do anything.
That's
I'm
too
gonna be
late for all that
productive.
shit. What the hell you going back to school for? How old are you?
He can be 50. What's different? He's bettering himself.
And you
So
might want to do
saying
something
can't nobody better
different.
themselves on your watch?
Terrible.
What?
You saying can't nobody better themselves on your watch?
You had all your life to better yourself. What the fuck you gonna wait to get 64 talking about you going to get a master's degree? Get your shit together. I don't know what the fuck. No, you ain't even got that much life left. Nigga, you might die when you get the damn
See, I would
degree. You ain't
encourage
gonna
a
be able
woman.
to
You know
use
what?
it.
Go get your master's, baby.
Oh.
Because I know that's going to make you a better person for us.
So you're a 50-50 man. You know, you believe in 50-50, Bob. So what does 50-50 really mean in today's relationships? today. We ain't talking about back in the day.
I believe 50-50 far as money, far as bills. That's what I believe in 50-50. I don't think a woman is going to take on the same role that I'm going to take on, because you know what, I am her protector. So not only I got to protect her, I got to protect myself and our kids. To be a man, that title is spread it out so fine. I believe 50-50. We talking cash only. We talking money. You know what I'm saying? 9 out of 10, like I tell you.
No say so or nothing.
Well, you do.
You can't make like when you make decisions.
I believe if you are in a relationship with a woman, yes, you gotta say so. 70% of the time, she would have her way. Men don't care about what color house we move in. We don't care about what color the furniture is. We don't care what color the cars you with. Long as we can afford the house, we can afford the vehicle. Let's do it. But you.
So say for instance because you're a very dominant person. So say you wanted to go buy a business and you wanted to invest in this business, maybe with you and your homeboys or something, and say that your better half says, oh no, I don't think that should happen.
Well, I would tell her first, mind her business. I mean, I'm just being real with you.
How would you be real?
First of all, mind your business, because it's my money. It ain't no we money. Ain't no let's go into our bank account. No. If it's my money, how you gonna tell me what I should do? Now you can have an opinion. You can voice your opinion, but when you start telling me what I should and shouldn't do, I got a problem with that.
Yeah, if it's your money, you do.
That's right, it's my money.
Just like when you think about 50-50, I think about things that are evenly distributed.
Thank you.
And so you're just saying money, but when relationship, we have kids or whatever, no, you gotta help these kids to cooking and cleaning, because if you working and I'm working, okay, it's 50-50, but now I'm taking on more than you are. It's no longer 50-50. You're gonna take these kids to school. You're gonna pick them up. You're gonna cook sometimes. Okay. You're gonna wash your clothes. Now I'm gonna evenly distribute.
He's only 50-50 on the money.
I'm saying on the money. That's right.
Only the money.
I'm saying only the money.
So we can half of the bills 50-50, but I'm still doing all this.
No, I'm gonna make sure your car is running good. I'm gonna make sure you got gas in your car. I'm gonna make sure your car clean. I'm gonna make sure this house.
Are you paying the car?
No. Wait a minute. Probably not.
Okay, $40 worth of gas.
Oh, now you not. So now you unappreciative. So now you pay your own gas.
It ain't gonna be no 50-50, and I still got to take care of this whole house and all of that.
I'm saving you $200 a month. You should be very thankful. Now you go just belittle me and tell me my little $40. I'm going to tell you.
I'm just telling you.
Now you spend that $40 a week on yourself, because now I'm not even doing that.
Dre, what's your version of 50-50 in the modern world today?
My 50-50 is 50-50 on everything, all the way through. If you cook and wash, pretty much this is my thought. We going 50-50 on bills. Mm-hmm. Now, if you hold down what's going on inside the house, you cook and you clean. I'm doing the outside work, cutting grass, I'm shoveling the snow. But in my eyes, it's really not gonna ever be 50-50. A man gonna do a little bit more. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like even right now with my wife, she got rental property. I'm working on her shit. I don't get paid for that shit. You know what I mean? For my labor. Mm-hmm. But I mean, just pretty much sit down. To me, it's just to have a conversation. The man do this, the woman do this, and we in agreement upon some shit, then it's cool.
And that's that. And that's why I think we need to move away from provider and have the conversation on how are we going to support this relationship.
I agree.
It's to support, not to provide, because I'm solely going to have to depend on you, and then it's not going to be 50-50, and it's not always going to be 50-50. Realistically, like you said, you may pay the mortgage, I might do the utilities. Mm-hmm. You might do the car notes, I might do the insurance. So somebody's still going to spend more. It's not like we're about to put the bills on the table and divvy them up, one for you, one for me. It's agreed upon. And then, like Boss said, if it's my money, it's my money. I'm going to share my thoughts, my vision on what I want to do. But then I'm a little old-fashioned too, because I'm not married to you. We don't have a joint nothing. We don't have joint accounts. We're not married. So if we're in a relationship,
y'all stay in the same house.
We could stay in the same house. what am I responsible for? I'm gonna pay it. We don't have to have a joint account for me to pay the utility. If we say
$1,500 a month,
Angela,
it's gonna go $1,500 a month. Some months it's gonna be more, some months it's gonna be less. We ain't gonna be petty about that. I'm gonna just give you the $1,500 a month. That's it.
and be done, because things change. Wintertime, that gas bill
That's
going up.
right.
Summertime is going
Sometimes
down. But if you say,
know.
hey, you own we agree that you own utilities, you own groceries, you own car insurance. We don't need a joint account. I know what I'm responsible for with this money. No, we don't need a joint account. And I know people will say, well, they say when you get married, you become one. Everybody's not married who's living together. These are my responsibilities. And none of us in here that I know of are millionaires, but a lot of us have a lot to lose. You know, people, they want some of your money in the end.
Yep.
I don't care if it's 10,000. We getting divorced. I need some of what you had. No, you don't. I did my part in this relationship, and especially anything I come into it with, you don't have access to any of it. I don't even have bills, statements, or anything come to my house. Everything paperless. I don't even want a neighbor to go in my mailbox and find out anything. So I think it's just how we're going to support the relationship, and let's go from there. But the provider is too much. The waters are murky with that. It's just too much. Tell me, okay, I agree to it, and then it's a conversation. If you like, hey, I flicked the switch. How come the light's not on? Because one thing about it, they say provider, the man's supposed to take care of the house, but when everybody come to the house, if it's dirty, they putting it on that woman. This house filthy. She didn't clean up. She don't know how to do nothing. Oh, y'all still staying here? He made X amount of dollars. He ain't took you up out the hood yet. And too often people allow other people from the outside to be inside their business because they talk too much. Y'all might like that little 2-bedroom house that the mortgage $100 a month, but because of society, our friends, now I'm about to go move on 23 Mile Road, and now we about to get us a $2,000
So
mortgage.
now, would you all say it's wrong to want a person that can financially take care of you or financially lead? Is it wrong to want a person like that?
I think it's consequences that come with that. And as long as you're willing to deal with the consequences that come with it.
Well, what type of consequences?
Well, for instance, if I'm taking care of you like a child, don't get mad when I talk to you like a child.
You're a bully.
Pretty much.
You're a bully.
Listen. No, I'm a provider.
You're a bully.
If I'm taking care of a lazy,
You are a bully.
If I'm taking care of a
provider and
lazy
you a
woman
survivor.
or a lazy girl, because that's what she is, a girl. She don't want to take care of her own self. She's my child.
You're right.
I'ma talk to her like she's my child because I'm taking care
So
of her.
why does it have to be disrespect? Say that she
Those
is.
are your words.
No, say that it is disrespect.
That's
It's
your words.
disrespect to talk to a person like that.
It's wrong for me to go in there and say, "Give me some pussy."
It's
Hold on, wait a minute. It's wrong for me to tell my girl I want my dick sucked.
It's wrong for you to be disrespectful because you're financially more capable. So you use your finances as power over
It
somebody.
is power.
Hold on, let me ask you a
Finances
question.
is power.
Let me ask
Come
you a
on, don't
question.
get that twisted.
If he go in and talk and say what he feel like he should be saying because he's the provider and is disrespectful, it's not disrespectful for her to just be a bum and leeching off of him?
Why is she a bum? She might
She's
just
not
don't make
doing
as much
nothing.
money as he do.
You said he's the provider. That means 9 times out of 10 she ain't doing
Well,
nothing.
if her money
Don't
ain't shit,
forget-
she ain't got a
Don't
subway
forget,
check.
like Andrew said, the healthcare provider. That means, come on.
You're responsible
Yeah,
for me.
that's right. Now we gonna keep it. We gonna
Well,
keep
that's
it running.
Angela words. That was not Barb words. That's
Well, you know what?
Angela's words.
But Barb and Barb's turn. If a man is taking care of you, shit, he's your provider. It's things that come with that. You can't sit up here, be a member of HAP, but think you gonna get the Blue Cross benefits. No.
Well, I would.
So hold on, let me ask you a question. So as the provider, that means he gotta authorize you to do shit then, right?
No, he don't authorize.
I mean, that's the provider. He doesn't
Provided with the doctor, he say take
Authorize.
the. You came in here with
What
this
he
concern.
gonna
I gave you a
Well, that's
prescription.
y'all definition of provider and how y'all go run y'all shit. My thing is, you gonna come talk to me in respect.
Why is he bargaining with you when you a doormat?
No,
If you a doormat,
she's not
why
a
is he
doormat.
providing?
She's not a
He
doormat.
ain't gotta come to you and talk nothing over you. You ain't got nothing on the table.
Yes, he do.
You should just be happy
And I'm
you
one of
there.
the ones that don't believe in 50-50. I don't believe in 50-50.
Yeah.
Y'all know I don't like 50-50. I don't believe 50-50 should come in place unless we got over $6,000 some in bills. If other than that, I don't believe.
I don't care if it's $1 million in bills. It's the same thing. The dollar amount doesn't change nothing.
I don't believe in 50.
Facts is facts. The fact of the matter is, if any female got any kind of common sense, it's smarter to live 50-50 than 100% by yourself. That's just.
Well, most men, a lot of men don't ask for 50-50. Men, M-E-N.
Let's just say this. Let's just say this.
It be women.
Let's just say this. How many guys that took that philosophy?
I don't think men ask no woman for help.
That took care of their females 100%. How long did they stay together? She had enough money to leave his ass. She didn't invest in none of all the shit he about. So she didn't invest in none of that.
You think love can't survive the imbalance of money?
Hell no.
You don't think?
Hell fuck no. That's the number one reason why people break up. First is finances. Then it's sex. Communication first. I'm sorry. Communication, money, and then sex. That's them the reason why people don't work out.
I think the people who agree with the 50-50 are people who make minimum wage or living in poverty. When you are making 100, somebody else making a 125, they don't even come to the table. We're going to do 50-50. I think it's just people who really can't afford to do 100. I may be making 30,000. She making 35,000. As a man, I can't. So I think some people have to be forced to go 50-50 because that one
making more money than me. You making 130,000. You want 50-50.
Let me ask you a question, Dre, because this is total nonsense. I don't give a fuck about making $400,000 a year. You going to invest in a household because you live there.
I agree.
But if you
that's what it's doing. 50-50. I can buy stuff for the house and things like that.
Now, 50-50 is like, I like what you said before. Usually the man takes on a little bit more than the woman all the time. He may cover the mortgage. You're going to cover everything else.
Why you make $400,000 more?
I don't care if I made $2 million.
You make $400,000 to my 30 or 40.
Listen.
And you want me to pay all the
You come in my pocket, now you pocket watching.
I know.
Okay, now you can't watch my pocket. I'm gonna tell you, listen, if you can't afford $1,500 a month, you don't need to stay in this $500,000 house.
You said I can't afford who?
If you can't pay $1,500 a month, you can't stay in this $500,000 house.
I think that's very unfair for you to ask me.
Let me go back to what you were saying. You were saying like a man, a chick from the hood that's broke and all that. I don't see that happening. A guy that got money marrying a chick that's from the hood that's broke as hell.
Why they marry hoes every day?
How is she even in the same room as this guy?
They marry hoes all the time.
Listen, if a guy, the only way you're gonna catch me at a bowling alley or some bullshit like that, if I'm making so much money, we're not even gonna be in the same circle,
what makes you think that guys that make so much money don't go to restaurants?
Yeah, what time you meet them at clubs?
You my waitress? You my motherfucker?
She got partying like you.
She at the club.
We're not gonna be partying.
It doesn't happen often. But Tiger Woods' first wife was a waitress.
She was a dance. She served him food and drink.
And she became a millionaire.
Oh my God.
She
got married.
Doing some shit.
Well, it worked.
It worked. It don't matter. But you
like
can
this.
see it.
Hey, Dre.
You see that? They got
Right
married.
now,
We talking about Tiger Woods. He wasn't used to hoes, so she tricked.
In this day and time, you got more black millionaires than you ever had ever in history.
I agree.
So you know what? It's common for a guy to be at the club private with you and he's standing next to you a millionaire. You just don't know it.
Right.
But this stock game and how this internet, you getting all this money off the internet, you never know who got what. Only thing that I'm saying is, if a woman is not willing to help her man, he got to start questioning what I got you for.
I agree.
What I need you for. If, like I said, if you staying in a $700,000 crib and all I'm asking you to do is come up with $1,500 a month, you can't do that. I don't need you here.
You can pay the utilities. Just tell him don't turn that heat up because I got to pay the bill.
Barb gonna pay because she gonna still have $1,500 like that. I know.
That's being petty, because you know he still got to maintain his house. He got to that grass cutting ain't cheap. Lawn service ain't cheap. Getting your snow shovel ain't cheap. Maintaining the house ain't cheap.
Gas.
Yeah, and then you still calling me. You still want me to buy you stuff. You still want me to date you. He always spend the money on you. He just wants you to be held to some type of level where he can hold you accountable. And I'm talking accountability with saying $1,500. That ain't nothing. You can go move in a bullcrap apartment and be paying $1,500 and you ain't even cover your own utilities. You stand somewhere nice and a man tell you, baby, this is what I want you to do. I think you shouldn't say nothing besides, okay. That's all you should be saying is okay.
I don't think a woman will have an issue with it, but at the same time, I don't see a man who's making almost $500,000 asking. But I get your point. Like, I want to feel like you contributing and you invested in his household as well. And then he might just be in the back of his mind, I'm just really gonna see if she do it. And you may go to pay and he like, you know what? It's already taken care of.
I didn't contribute. This was already his home, his $1 million home, and I just moved in.
We didn't say that. We did not say that.
I just moved in the house. So you still paying the bills? No, all my property paid for. And if a woman thinks she finna come in and just get comfortable, I'ma tell her, listen, put your shoes back on and get up out of here. You gonna come in and you gonna sit up here, you gonna put something on the table. You ain't just finna eat off my table. You ain't finna eat up all my shit and then save all your shit and get the fuck home.
Yeah.
Cause that's what a lot of these females do. They save their money and now they can say, I ain't gotta deal with this. Yeah, you been living with me for 3 years, not spent a penny. You should have $50,000 saved up.
Be spending. So in a relationship, should a role be naturally assigned to somebody? Should you be able to tell somebody this is the role that you're gonna play? This is what I want you to be in a relationship, or should you allow that person to develop?
No, you flat out tell them.
Develop who they role. You know, some people don't know they role in a relationship.
If you had that conversation,
some people don't know.
This is what I expect from you. This is what you're gonna give me. This is what I'm gonna give you.
Yeah.
There's no room for error.
Okay.
You know what? Caterpillars, flowers develop. Listen, you a grown female.
But some women, this is what I'm saying. Some women don't know how to be.
22, 23 years old. What are you developing to?
Some women don't know how to. Like you said, you got girls. A girl has to learn to be a woman. She has to develop into that role of being a woman. She has to be taught. You get some girls that don't become women, don't know how to be women. You got some women that don't know how to be wives. So my thing, do you look at that person and say, listen, I'm Barb. I don't believe in half and half. I'm not paying half and half, but what I will do for you, I will provide you good sex. I will cook. I will clean. Buy tissue. I'll hold you down if you fall on your knuckles. I don't want you to get comfortable or ever think that you are allowed to live off my money because it's my money. Now, if you need a loan or anything or want me to help you in some way, I'll give you a loan and you can pay it back because I don't know what you're investing in and I may not benefit from anything. So if I don't benefit from what you're investing in, you got to give me my money back.
So what's wrong when we say the same thing to y'all?
Y'all don't say it though.
Oh, we do, but you just sit here. It's not you not going along with it when he's saying the same shit you just
but
said.
You don't make her me. You don't make her either. That's the difference. You don't make her. Stand down.
We was talking accountability.
Women
that's one thing most females hate is accountability coming from a man. Now he can call her cheating. Oh, but what about what you did 2 years ago? She wanna always flip it.
Yep.
So we talking accountability, and Barb is a perfect example when you talking to a female. Accountability is not in the cards. She too busy pocket watching you. She too busy worried about, you know what I'm saying, what she can get out of you instead of what she can pour to you.
I think everybody should be in a relationship that's beneficial. And if you choose not to be in a relationship where you benefit from anything, that's your choice. I'm not talking to nobody that I don't see I'm going to benefit. I want him to be able to benefit off me too. He shouldn't fuck with me if he can't benefit off me.
Sex is not a benefit.
I'm not saying it don't always got to be sex. It don't always got to be sex.
That's the only thing you talk about.
It don't always got to be sex. Well, most of the time girls do think sex is beneficial because you might get a simp. You know, I ain't never had no good pussy, so that's a benefit.
Man, that's
I think people need to move away from
if a chick value her vagina, and that's a form of girls, she's in a class D. Let's just put them in a class.
She's not in a class D.
She's in a class D. But all she good for she's more, she's trying to get herself together. She ain't quite there yet. A class B woman. Listen, man, she on top of her job. She going to school. You can tell she gonna have something in the future. Now, a class A woman, she like a gift. Every time you see her, you can't wait to unwrap her. She's always a pleasure to be around her. Barb, every time I hear you say something, you stay right there in the F and the D.
Because those are the women, but see, y'all laughing and y'all saying that's where I stay at, but think about it. Those are the women that are winning. These are the women that society is promoting to be here. You got social.
You talking about dealing with a dope dealer, though, Barb? All the women you talking about is dealing with guys in the street. I'm here to tell you. I was in the streets for a very long time. There's no benefits. You ain't getting no pension. You ain't getting none of that shit. Whatever I got right now, this is it.
That's not true. Corporate niggas that's not true. So stop always saying.
Ain't no corporate guy finna come and pick my woman up on Linwood and take her nowhere.
You don't know where she's from.
Well, so okay. Let's say this woman is gorgeous, Barb. Okay, let's establish what you said. She's gorgeous, because that's what you're banking off of.
Yeah, okay.
Because we know you in the D class.
Whatever.
So only thing she good for, we already know. So now he meet this woman. This guy here, he got 2 masters, a bachelor's degree. He's making $180,000 a year. He meet this woman. She fun as hell. How much fun can you have with a female? You can have some fun.
Okay.
At some point, he's gonna ask her, baby, can you respond to this letter and write me a paragraph? He going there. She got run on such as like a motherfucker. Hold on, baby. Hold on. He looking like damn, no commas, no periods, no nothing. She like, what do you mean? See, now you go right there. I will have, when I'm going out of the door.
Off the deep end. Whatever.
Well, I'm just saying, when it comes time to see what she got up here, she fell miserably. Now, you talk about the bedroom, in the bedroom, she going crazy.
I think we, in this society, as we are now 2026 and moving on, I think we need to move away from traditional roles, husband, wife, and people should be seeking partners. It needs to be a partnership, and within that partnership, we define, because what a person would define as the provider, the head of household, is different. But if we have a partnership, that's a whole different conversation, because I don't think it more so is about benefit, but it's how can we win together. And if you date somebody, you're not even gonna get to that point where I'm gonna be your provider, because I see how you are.
Exactly.
We're not going any further. This is the point. This is it for us. This is it. Yeah. Because I see your mindset and it's not aligned with where I'm going. But yeah, we can have some fun. We can go and hang out. Up at Cedar Point, to Kalahari. Oh, we might even go to a concert. But you gonna buy your own Chris Brown ticket? I'm gonna buy my own Chris Brown ticket, because I don't owe you anything. And I think that's where we fall short, that we don't get to know people. We just want to get right in it. This my woman. 2 months later, she live with me. And go to your point, he has the masters, the degrees, the education, making $180,000. He ain't gonna necessarily make you his woman, because now I gotta go around my friends, and when they see my stature as a lawyer, you date somebody working at CVS.
Well, what she rub her mouth? She rub her mouth and she talks stupid than a motherfucker.
Or your parents, what did she do? Because we know we invested in your college education. You say she do what? Oh no. And some men.
So because based off your education and your money, you should.
But society,
it's a class you in.
It is classism, and it's not right. But people look at it like that. If I'm making $180,000, you can't tell me you are a content creator. Get up out of here with that. You doing what?
Hold on, let me ask a question. You said your finances and education, does that determine you pretty much? Let me ask you a question for yourself. Would you date a motherfucker that couldn't read the book Cat in the Hat? Because you pretty much saying that the education shouldn't matter, the finances shouldn't matter. Would you date somebody that couldn't read?
What? Oh, you saying?
Yeah, you motherfucker.
Hold on, but Barb, he's getting money in the streets.
Why he gotta be in the streets?
Well, cause that's all
He not working too many places. He illiterate.
He can't even read the goddamn menu. Lettuce,
He
tomatoes.
can't read the application for the job. Like what this thing?
I don't think so. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would.
So
And you know what, Drake? That's just being real.
I would.
And you know what? Sometimes ask somebody to read the menu. You know what, baby? Go ahead and order for me. Motherfuckers go tense up like a motherfucker.
No, you order it for me.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Well, try it. Baby, go ahead and order for me. And just watch. You know what, baby?
He want no tomatoes and no lubes.
Or they gonna point to the picture. Just give us that. Give us two of those.
You know, and you just be surprised. See, the thing is,
You'll be surprised at how
a lot
many
of times
men
we just
cannot
jump
read.
off. And when I was in the streets, most of my friends had 7th grade, maybe a 9th grade education. They been dropped out. You know what I'm saying? And I figured out, I told you before, a lot of them couldn't even count. I see how they count their thousands each and put them in rows. And then count 1,000, 2,000, all the way down to 100,000. Now you sitting up and looking at him like, bruh, you did all that for that? So think if I was finna give you 100 pounds or something, you gotta break them all down and weigh them in each pound and know this is what, I can't just give you a bill. This is what we're dealing with. And dealing with a female, now a man can get away with it because a man can sit up and say, listen, I got that money. I pulled up in that 550 outside. You know what it is. How a woman gonna cover it up? She only can screw you good so many times. After a while, you gonna start sending her on runs. You know what, baby, go give me something to eat. She come back, oh, I thought, no, how the hell you thought? What you tell him? Well, I thought it said this. No, I got a problem with that. You know, I'm sending you to deliver a message and you screwed the message up because you got your attention span is only from here to the end of the table. You ain't paying attention. I can't even talk to you. And this is the problem that we're having in the black community. People got all kind of hidden disabilities. Like you say, some can't read, some can't count, some can't comprehend, some can't problem solve. Only thing they good is in the bed. You got some guys with penises this long. He's stuffing it up in these females. She don't care he can't get cut in the hat. She don't care he can't cook. She don't care he dropped out in the 6th grade. As long as he keep that pound of that, she cool. Until she figure out, you know what, now I need help. This is what I'm saying. When you get you a partner, your partner should be based off your needs. I think when my woman, she's based off my needs. I like smart women. I like educated women. I value that. I value a woman with education. I want to brag and say, you know what, my girl, she got a master's degree. I feel good about that. My girl, she doing this. I don't want to be like, listen, outside the bedroom, she ain't shit. You take her outside the bedroom, man, that motherfucker like a roll of pennies. She ain't shit, man. In the goddamn way. Always wanting shit, wanting money, always needs, but that's just the reality of it.
So in y'all relationships, what would you all think what would be more important to you, the emotional support or the financial?
Finance.
I think emotional is more likely for the woman. Y'all need that
some men are broken and need emotional support.
And that's what the counselor's for. I pay to see you.
I take the money and get over it.
Some people needed, some men need emotion. Got broken.
And I think you're right, Barb. But I think in the black community we have got immune to abnormal behavior. Mm-hmm. So now we're making things that are not right okay. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem.
We're making it. I don't think it's so much as we're making it okay. It's just a society is saying it's accepted now. Society is accepted. You gotta understand, like when we grew up, and a person was a certain type of way, and you probably knew that person was that type of way. But go back to when we watched cartoons and stuff, and things of now that's out now, like our children. I think personally that children are confused when it comes to sexuality. I think they don't know what to be because their minds are so poisoned so early because now it's accepted. So everywhere they look, you could be this, you could be that, you could be this, you could be that. So then you got little girls saying, well, I don't like guys. You 8, you 9. How you know you don't like guys?
We'll see, Bart. We'll see.
But when you're looking at social
no
media,
father is there for that little girl.
Nobody's there, but who's raising our children?
The moms are.
No. Social media. What you do when your kids get nowadays? You got to
Your kid cannot go online without the mother's permission.
I want to ask Angela. You have a lot. You work at a school, correct? So you have a lot of kids that go to school and then they do. Most of the time, kids are either one or two things on a tablet or a phone.
At home?
Not in school.
At home. That's what I'm saying, at home. Most kids get in trouble in school because they try to be on their phone, but they're not supposed to. So if you're on a tab, how many kids at your school that have been pushed from first grade all the way to 5th grade? We talking about they can't read, they don't understand things. They just push them through.
At my school.
Well, just like
nobody.
At your school.
Nobody.
But at the other schools, they just push them through.
I've never worked at a school. I mean, it does happen, but no, conversations are had, and if you need to be retained, you will be retained. But it goes back to downtown. It's the takeover. How you don't know where your kids are?
Well, I don't do know where they are, but if you would like that,
and so that's the accountability piece, because I don't believe that, we need to leave the rec centers open so they'll have something to do. Well, how are we going to go to the rec center at 10, 11 at night and they already got a curfew? So that's contradicted. Those kids who are downtown want that fool la la, they ain't looking for no job. It's nighttime.
They ain't doing it.
They looking for some mess. We didn't do that.
This boy said this. He said, I put that on social media. I didn't have nothing to do. I was bored and I didn't think it was gonna take off like that.
And y'all running around.
So you see the influence and the power of social media. So if social media is that big,
powerful,
and powerful,
it is.
Then when I say to you all, pussy sells, I'm not saying it because that's what I believe in. I'm saying it because I know it's true based on social media, based on what the young girls are putting out, based on what they're doing. You on social media shaking your ass, popping your ass, somebody in your box typing, or somebody looking out for you, somebody's giving you something, somebody's gonna give you something for what you're doing. Is it right? It ain't right. But if you got a girl thinking pussy is the best thing out here, and then you
but then you have mamas over sexualizing the kids. Look at what they wear to prom, half naked, and the mothers went and bought that dress. The mothers okay that this out, that out, and even the daddy standing there, he's not saying anything.
The mothers are desensitized, so by them being desensitized, they not feeling what this kid is going to be going through next year, because right now prom is the highlight of these kids' life.
Dang, you know how much money they spending on these?
Listen,
I mean, some of them not even graduating. They graduating through summer school. You don't even know your child is not paying.
How would you not know?
Oh, I know several people who have made it out. They assume that their child was graduating. Because you got to think about it. It's prom season. The report card doesn't come out until after prom.
So you didn't pay for this prom, and they ain't even graduate. My friend,
can we talk about that? I know we got off course, but let's talk.
We got way off.
Okay, but go ahead.
Listen, when I say it's contradictory, my thoughts is this. All these people on social media, and they put this big party up, and all the kids run. All these people is like followers. They have no identity.
Yeah, you got a leader.
You got to think back then when we came up, everybody did things separately. This block may have not even deal with this block. Everybody was isolated and did their own thing. Now you got all these followers that feel the need to go to be a part of something. You got people saying, like right now, we in Michigan. We've never had nobody from California. Now everybody Bloods and Crips, all these different gangs from societies and cities they've never been. Everybody is trying to be a part of something. And to me, it goes back to the point of the father not being there. He's supposed to be the provider. The woman's supposed to do shit together as a whole, but the woman doing her own thing, the man doing his own thing, and the kids is just running wild. They living, normally the kids living in two different households.
But see, Dre, we gotta say why now, bro?
Because one,
I think a man, most of the time when a man leave the household, he's not leaving the household willingly. Most of the time he's leaving the household of a way of survival also. Okay. He's leaving the household because he ain't trying to go to prison. He ain't trying to lose his job.
That's part of it, but then you gotta throw the part in. maybe she was a fun girl and brought a child here that he didn't want anyway.
Yep.
There's so many pieces of puzzles.
And he may not have ever been in the house. They still in two separate houses, and for whatever may happen. But what you said is so true, because when we were kids and had block club on Webb, nobody on Tuxedo could come to our block club. Nobody on Burlingame can come. On Webb between Lawton and Wildermere, even the people who live on Webb between Dexter and Wildermere, you could not come to our party. That was ours.
Unless
that was ours.
Yep.
No, our block club manager, he said absolutely
Like
not.
North End, I used to never, people like go to North End. I said, you don't know nobody, you better not go to North End. You better know somebody when you go.
But like you say, the one guy on board. So clearly you got some leadership skills, because you have people who don't even know you, who actually followed you for the nonsense, and to make the city look so amazing and we doing all these positive things. They just need some jobs. They not looking for a job at 9, 10 o'clock at night. The video show is dark outside. It just start not being dark about 7 o'clock. So we know this past curfew, the parents should get a ticket. Because if I call my child, and you gotta think about it, when we were kids, we bored. We just about to wait until such and such leave so we can go in his driveway, because he the only one with 4 squares, so we can play 4 squares. We about to wait till she leaves so we can climb up in her tree, get some crab apples. All of that, we about to go fight and do this and not get along and disobey our parents. My mother didn't have to say anything. You better be within earshot and let her call you more than once.
So as we wrap this up, Baldy,
Okay.
what are your thoughts?
My thoughts is this: the title was, should a man take care of his woman? You know,
He did the whole remix.
Why
Hey,
should
dude,
men
what you
be-
drinking in that red cup?
you know, should man, same thing.
Right.
Take care of his woman. I look at it like this, man. If you taking care of anything, you know, you have a right to run it. You run whatever you taking care of, and your law is your law. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a man should leave a woman at home, because women are awesome cheaters. Leave her home, you better leave a chastity belt around her butt, because she gonna end up pregnant. So baby may not be yours. You know, look at the statistics. It's 20% of the men is being called dad by kids that's not theirs. So it shows, hey, listen, that's just what you got proof of. So I think women, if you leave her home, she gonna cheat. Kids ain't gonna be yours. All that men gonna be having sex in your bed, all that kind of crap. So I think.
Oh, you get all this out of it. Okay.
Well, that's what I think about. If men taking care of a woman, because you taking care of her, what is she doing? She doing what she want to do. And history have proven, when women do not have men's best interest, wars have been fought over women. Thousands of people have died over women's choices. When a country takes over another country, they don't kill the women. You know why? Because the women voluntarily leave with whoever won. Then have they babies and raise them kids as they culture. So that's to show you, women will forget about a man quick. She want to go with whoever won. So should a man take care of his woman? Absolutely not. You know what? Hey, listen, baby. This is what we got going on. This is what I expect for you to come to the table with. If she can't do it, I ain't mad at you. You just stay where you at. I stay where I am. We keep doing what we doing.
I said it's your choice. I know in the beginning I said, yeah, you should. But I mean, however you choose to run your house and your relationship is how you choose to do it. If you want to be a provider, then, you know, be one. Like they say, it is consequences that come with the situation. I think it's consequences that come towards a man and a woman. Because in a woman's defense, if she's doing everything that she feel like you should be doing, she's gonna then take on a role, and she's in control, and she's gonna treat you probably the same way as you would treat her, disrespectful, or you feel like she shouldn't, oh, you shut up, you don't have no say so, you don't have no word or no mouth to say nothing. That's the same way a woman feels when she steps into that role. You shut the fuck up. You ain't got nothing to say. I pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? And what you doing? You sitting at home watching TV. Hell, you could be cheating too. So I think it goes both ways. But however you choose to run your relationship, if you believe in 50-50, if you believe in providing and giving men and women money, that's on you. I mean, I don't believe in it, you know. But hey, to each his own.
In regards to provider, I think the term should change to partnership. And I just think both individuals need to be the best support system for their relationship.
I want to say this quick before I wrap up. The word provider no longer exists in modern times in this tradition. It was made from a whole different time when a woman stayed at home, took care of the kids. She wasn't allowed to work or go out hunt when a man did. So now, if you're a friend, if you're not in the same household, if you don't have his kids, if y'all don't have some type of bond that makes you willing or able to be provided for, he shouldn't provide for you. So, as Angela said, things has changed, traditions has changed, so that word don't fit in this modern time now. That's it.
That's the last word. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Conversation with OGs. We out.
I gave you my all, and I hope you see this world before I fall. I gave you my all, and I hope you see this light before I fall. Yeah. I fell in love with the praise. The children tug on our capes. I've been drinking all day. The final boss has been slayed. I hope this light does not fade. Now all the lies that I changed destroy the world that I saved. The hero dies in vain. The final boss has been raised. 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 I gave my all to these folks. This is the awfulest joke. This here was all I lived for. This was my year, I don't think I have more. Distance my fears and I think I got bored. I think I found peace in my struggle. I think that this hiss is the leak in my bubble. Stress over little shit, I probably sink in a puddle. Walls fall around me, I rise from the rubble. Faces switch places with monsters and demons. I guess that the hero is no longer needed. They throw you away when the boss is defeated. Won't hold you a plate, give a fuck if you eatin'. I'm starving, I'm famished, I'm scarred and I'm damaged. Flip out on them, then I'm causing a panic. I'm mostly the problem and part of the answer I sang. Cause I fell in love with the praise. If heaven has an arcade, oh my life's like a nice game. When the final boss has been slain, the hero won't die in vain. The people don't switch up and change. They forever praise his name. I hope his life does not fade, cause that'd be so fucking lame. Say the world get betrayed. Say the girl get betrayed. The final boss gets re-raised. No escape from his fate. Now all the lies that I changed destroy the world that I saved. The hero dies in vain. The final boss has been raised. Now all the lies that I changed destroy the world that I saved. The hero dies in vain. The final boss has been raised. Now all the lies that I changed destroy the world that I saved. The hero dies in